champion, fuck. And that was well, Moose can be proud of hers as well.
Ronda Rousey has just sent the biggest threat to Dakota Ditcheva, and the entire MMA world can't stop talking about it. The former UFC queen, the woman who once finished every opponent in the first round, has finally broken her silence, and what she said might ignite one of the biggest women's MMA rivalries of all time. Ronda didn't just show respect, she issued a warning. Dakota, you're fast, you're flashy, but I'll show you what real pain looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just a call-out. This is Ronda Rousey versus Dakota Ditcheva, the legend versus the undefeated killer.
Away go! Tonight's fight clock. Wow, right down. Look at that. Oh, man. Tonight's fight clock brought to you by Bud Light Show. Put the fifth for whatever happens. Ronda wants to make it happen quickly. Now she gave her She gave her a Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is way under a minute. Wow. Unbelievable. That's crazy.
By TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have down getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful, B. From the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
In trouble.
And that does it. First round finish. And Dakota Ditcheva silences.
Before you roll your eyes and say Ronda's done, think again. Ronda Rousey went 12-0 with 12 first-round finishes. Nobody, and I mean nobody, dominated like her. Then came the fall. Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, two knockouts that changed her forever. But now, years later, Ronda's name is back in the headlines. Sources close to the UFC, and even Dana White himself, have hinted that Ronda's got that fight itch again. And this time, her target isn't Amanda Nunes or Juliana Pena. It's Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated monster from the PFL.
Come here. Yeah. Come here. Yeah.
In her latest appearance, Ronda didn't hold back. Everyone keeps saying Dakota's the next big thing. I was the first big thing, and I can still break her arm in 30 seconds. That line broke the internet. MMA Twitter exploded as fans posted side-by-side highlight reels of Dakota's knees versus Ronda's arm bars, and the comments were brutal. Ronda, stay retired before Dakota ends your career. Ronda could still armbar her into another dimension. Now everyone is divided. Is Ronda chasing clout, or is she serious about returning for one last war? Let's be clear, Dakota Ditcheva is not just hype. She's 15-0, the youngest PFL champion ever, and the first British female world champion in MMA history. She's got the Muay Thai precision of Valentina Shevchenko, the aggression of Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and the confidence of a young Conor McGregor. A three-time junior Muay Thai world champion and PFL Europe winner, Dakota makes every fight look the same. Opponents step into the cage thinking they can hang, and they leave unconscious. She's the kind of fighter who doesn't just win, she ends careers. And that's exactly why Ronda's threat hits so hard, because deep down, Ronda knows this might be the woman who replaces her legacy.
She's in trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again. Shit.
Ronda Rousey was the face of women's MMA. She walked so the new generation could run. But Dakota Ditcheva isn't just running. She's running through everyone. And that's where things get spicy. What happens when the legend who started it all wants her crown back? What happens when old school meets new school? It's the perfect storm. Ronda's raw judo power versus Dakota's surgical Muay Thai. Armbar versus elbow. Legacy versus momentum. USA versus UK. You couldn't script it better. Even Dana White got involved. In a leaked clip, he smirked and said, "You guys have no idea what's coming for Dakota." That line sent fans into a frenzy. Was he hinting at Ronda's return? Because if the UFC ever books Ronda Rousey versus Dakota Ditcheva, it wouldn't just be a fight. It would be the most watched women's MMA matchup in history. A clash of generations. The armbar queen versus the knockout princess. Ronda Rousey has sent the biggest threat of her life, and Dakota Ditcheva hasn't even responded yet. But when she does, you can bet it's going to shake the entire MMA world. So the question is, could Ronda Rousey actually survive against a 15-0 killer in her prime, or would Dakota Ditcheva retire the pioneer for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Ronda versus Dakota, who wins and why? And don't forget to subscribe, because this story is just getting started.
Representing Venezuela is Junice Dubin. She's undefeated. She's known as a finisher, and which is a big underdog tonight.
Junice Dubin with an overhand swing. We're still undefeated. Never seen a judge's scorecard, and you better believe Dana White exploded out of his chair for that one. This is the most crazy knockouts we've ever seen on this show. You were a 13-1 dog. I love that shit. You might as well not even go sit in the back here.
One of the most impressive knockouts I've ever seen. A huge underdog. A minute 13 of the very first round.
Junice Dubin just sent a deadly warning to Dakota Ditcheva, and she didn't mince words. The Venezuelan warrior has officially entered the conversation, making it clear she's not afraid of the PFL's Golden Girl. With a professional MMA record of 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest, Junice Dubin is ready to prove she's more than just an underdog. She's a threat coming for Dakota's throne.
Doing a great job of staying, keeping her back against the fence.
Ooh, a big plum and a right hand. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand on the head.
Born and raised in Venezuela, Junice Dubin's story isn't about privilege, it's about survival. While Dakota Ditcheva was dominating highlight reels in England, Dubin was grinding through regional circuits across South America, fighting for every opportunity she could get. She's a multi-disciplined killer, a black belt in Taekwondo and Wushu, a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and a national champion in both wrestling and BJJ. And if that wasn't enough, she was already an international Taekwondo and Wushu champion long before she ever stepped into a cage.